Alright, we're learning together, but I gotta get this front grille off. And I thought, just a couple of bolts up top. It's all loose, but it's attached to this front plastic bumper. So, I'm thinking we should be able to just take this whole bumper off. So to do that, you gotta take your screws, your inner fender screws, take all those out. Let me see if I can get over here. If you look up there, that's where there'll be 3 bolts. You'll take those 3 bolts out, and that will loosen that part up. Come down here, and there is a 10mm bolt there and a 10mm bolt there. Like I said, we're learning together, so hopefully this whole bumper will come off. Let me put the phone down real quick and see if I can get this front grille off. And then I'll show you why we have to take this grille out. Really bad design. I'll show you in just a minute. Oh, by the way, this is a 2016 Chevy Colorado. Okay, we got the front grille and bumper broke loose. So note to self, when you're taking this off, you want to lift up a little bit and just give it a good yank, because there's 2 clips that are anchored in there. So just give it a good yank. Whoop. So it's not going to be able to come off all the way because I forgot I have safety lights on. But all I needed to do is to be able to get into here. Let me grab a flashlight. If you look in there, we got a major transmission leak. So it is leaking from the Tranny cooler. So most of your Tranny coolers are always in the radiator. This one, these Colorados are not. See the condenser? So the lower half's the condenser for the AC. The top part is the transmission cooler. And it has a hole or something in it. You can see it is leaking like crazy. AC still works great. I don't want to have to, recharge the system. So what I did is ordered a transmission cooler, and we're going to put that on right on top of this one. So this is where the old cooler was. We're going to put the new one right here and zip tie it right to it. I'll show you which one I bought. I bought it from AutoZone. But I think that's going to be the cheaper option, and the aftermarket coolers work better than the factory ones anyway. But has anybody seen a setup like that? Has anybody seen the condenser and the transmission cooler cooler together as a combo? I've always seen it in the radiator. Crazy. I'll show you the kit I got. Alright, so here's the part number. This is just a transmission cooler line, or not line, cooler. This is, I said zip ties, but I actually mean these little hold downs. They'll go through your condenser or your radiator, and that's how you hook them up. I'll show you when I put it on. It comes with the hose, and I got the short, I think this is 5" by 15 inches long. So I figured that would work great. Let's go see what it looks like. Alright, try to do this one-handed. So I'm thinking we'll shoot this guy up here. We'll mount it up where the factory one is. I think that's going to look pretty good. Like I said, this is going to cool better than the factory. And this is an option to do, because like I said, the condenser is working. It's working great. The AC works great. And I just hate to have to tear all that apart when we have something that's working good, when another alternative is to just put an aftermarket cooler, transmission cooler on. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to get her put on, and I'll show you the finished product later. Alright, decided to go ahead and change the transmission fluid on this old Colorado. Don't have very many miles, but the Tranny fluid's black, and we're already changing the cooler line up there. Well, I keep saying line. transmission cooler, aftermarket cooler we're putting on. So what you do is take your 3 bolts for the exhaust. That way your exhaust can go up and down, because you're going to want that, because the pan needs that little extra just to drop down to come off. I want to say it's 18 10 millimeter bolts all the way around. Factory says you should be able to reuse the gasket. You just need a new filter, so just be careful when you're taking that off. It's still on there. I'm just going to clean it all up, put the new filter on, and should be able to rock and roll. Oh, and this is one that, I don't know if you know, but it doesn't have a dipstick. So where the dipstick goes, it's right there is a plug. You're going to pull that plug out, and that's how you add the transmission fluid. And then back here, there's a little plug you pull out, and you just keep adding Tranny fluid still. It has a steady stream of transmission fluid coming out, and that's supposedly level. And you'll put your plug back in, get it up to temperature, regular operating temperature. I don't know what it is, you'll have to look it up, but basically just let it run and idle for a little bit, shift the gears a little bit, and then come back underneath here. You want to pull your plug out, and you should still have a steady stream. If you do not, you need to add a little bit more transmission fluid. I figured I'd show you this real quick before I put this pan back on. Got the old magnet clean. Don't be alarmed when there's, you know, a little bit of, what do you call it, dust on it. As long as there's no big hard metal chunks in it, that's going to be normal. What is it called? Disc dust or clutch material. That's what it is, clutch material. Anyway, that's the plug I was talking about. You pull that plug out, and you'll have a steady stream when you know it's full. And they recommend operating temperature. So I don't know if your pan should have it. Everybody's pan should have it, but it tells you literally what to do. It says pull the plug out. You'll have a little steady stream coming out, and that's when you know it's full. Of course, the car's got to be level, and it's got to be at engine running, and it's got to be between this temperature, 86 to 122. And there's the Dextron transmission fluid that you need. I thought that was pretty cool. It had a sticker. Shows you what to do. Alright, hope that helps. Alright, peace out. I'll show you the cooler installed in just a minute. Okay, I just wanted to let you guys know that the oil pan for the transmission bolts, they need to be torqued between 7 to 10 foot-pounds. Or if you have inch-pound torque, that's what I have, a torque wrench, torque ratchet, and it needs to be, where is it, 120 inch-pounds. It'll be what you need. And that will equal 10 foot-pounds. So I'm going to use this inch-pound, so 120 it is. Here we go. Here's how I'm going to put the new transmission fluid in. This is just I don't know if you guys can see it. This is just a cheap transfer pump off of Amazon. I want to say it's 30 or 40 bucks. Use a little lawnmower battery, power it up. I'll turn it on, kind of show you. Works pretty good. First time using it, so we'll see how it does, and I'll let you know. But I think it's going to be a lot quicker. But I'm using this also to pump the old fluid out of the torque converter, and so that's my plan. Before I was using an old fuel pump, and it takes forever. This thing pumps pretty quick, so it should work pretty good. Here's one of my connections for the cooler line. Pull that out, and you see it's got a little bit of a lip. So I'm going to put my hose all the way on to about right here, and then I'll clamp it right there. I did the other side. Your other cooler line's right here. Already got it unhooked. Got this one clamped. That's how you do that part. Alright, there's the finished product. Well, almost finished. We got her in there. I cut my lines a little extra. That way if I need to flush out the transmission later, I can. So this hose will hook down from the bottom. I'll keep this one long. We'll just loop it like that. Stick it on there. But right now, we're going to start it up and we're going to flush out the old transmission fluid. So I'll put it in a container and I'll probably let it run until it fills up to 4 quarts, and then we're going to pump in 4 quarts of oil or transmission fluid. We're going to keep doing that until this starts pumping out nice clean transmission fluid. So that'd be a quick way to flush out all that nastiness. Alright, we got her all put back together. Don't know if it'll focus so you can see. There's the bottom hose. And there's the upper hose. Turned out good. I ran it till, I don't know, drove for 15-20 minutes. Temp got up to about 170 and stayed at 170. And we ain't got no leaks, so I think we are good to go. So now I need to get the pressure washer and clean all this old transmission fluid off the radiator. Get that all cleaned up and we should be good to go. Alright, peace out. Signing off.